Hello everyone, I hope you're doing well. In this tutorial, we're going to see how to do qualitative data analysis or thematic analysis using NVivo software. So the idea here is to follow the six-step approach by Bronner Clark 2006, 2021, which is called thematic analysis that has these steps, namely familiarizing oneself with the data, generating initial code, searching for themes, reviewing the themes, defining and naming themes, and then producing the report. So this is the workflow. And then, as you can see here, we have to be familiar with the data and to generate initial codes. And then from the codes, we create categories. And from the categories, we collapse them further into themes, etc. And then we draw the relationship between the themes so as to do what we call grounded theory, which means the relationship between these themes. So we have the first step is the code, which is the smallest chunk that can be, let's say, reduced, since the qualitative data analysis is data reduction technique. Since we have also different approaches of coding, mainly inductive coding to start from the data, and then we get into theory, or deductive coding, we start with theory or theoretical constructs, and we try to find the substantiations in the data. Or abductive coding, we try to triangulate the two methods. So these are the main approaches for qualitative data analysis and thematic data analysis in short, and grounded theory. So the output would look into word clouds for visualizations, bar graphs, etc., to see the frequency of those themes, codes, categories, words, etc., depending on the objectives of the analysis, and the themes, categories, codes, and quotes in a table like this. So this is the output. This is how it will look like. And we usually code the data with the help of software like Atlas TI software, MaxQDA, NVivo, or even some AI tools like iLyze, etc. So the software is not a major problem. It is only an assistant tool. So here we have an example. We have this we want to create a new project using NVivo. So first we create a project, we name it, call it, for example, Thematic Analysis 2025. Here we put it in the desktop, and here we choose next. So here it's about the project saving and recovery. So I will keep everything as default and create project. As you can see, NVivo is a little bit sluggish as a software. And in terms of productivity, it really depends on your laptop or PC specifications. So NVivo is still a little bit lagging in terms of the performance. But anyways, so here we go to this tab. We could go to files, or just import, because first we should import the files before working on them. And then I will click files, and then see the transcripts that I have. So the interview transcripts should be put separately, like transcript 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then this should be, let's say, anonymized, or there should be an ID for each transcript. So here I can, for example, choose transcript 1 and classify them as male, 21 years old, etc. So I can add some demographic attributes, or I can just keep them like this, but it's very important to identify them. But we should not put personal information of the interviewees. So I will select all the transcripts at once, click open, and then import. So now once they are imported, here you can see them in the file menu. As you can see, transcript 1, the mini codes there, the references, the modification date, etc. So I want to code the first transcript. I will double click, and it will open here. In case I want to clean it, I can simply edit and remove some errors if there are some errors. Otherwise, I can just keep it like that. So here I need to read the transcript and then identify the codes. For example, this one I can code them as demographic data. So here I can either code NVivo, meaning the same name will be applied, or I will just use a code. So here I will put codes here. Demographics, for instance. And here, so it's coded as demographics. Then I need to read so here code to recent codes or create new code. So code selection, then create another code. Let's say so here we can collapse these codes later because they will appear here on this menu, or I can create them here and then apply them to the data. So the way I am just trying to read and get the codes, this is called inductive approach. But if I have the codes already predetermined and I can apply them to the data, this is called deductive approach. Otherwise, I can apply some or create others. So this is also another way. So this one, for instance. So this is code number 1. I can create new code, call it, for example, positives. Etc. But this is as created as a subcode. We can also change its level by making it a main code, etc. I can also visualize it, color it, in case I want to put a color. So that's another way to color code the data, etc. So we can put the code in strips. You can see the codes will appear here on the right menu. So basically we need to keep reading and, you know, put in the codes till we finish like this. In case I want to delete a code, I can simply encode the structure. So here they appear. I select it and I could encode it. So here I encoded the code. These are all the menus or the options. So for code selection, in case I have a code, I will put it. Otherwise, I can simply determine whether the code is a child code or overall code, for instance. I want to delete the codes. I can delete them from here. Can rename the codes. For example, P1 meaning participant 1. In case I want to do classification. For example, P1 highlighted AI in feedback and the positive sides of AI, for instance. And then I can simply create other codes if I wish. For the sentiments, we have negative, positive sentiments. For the relationships, these are preset. In case I want to put cases as well, so that we can draw comparison, for example, between female and male participants, etc. So I can edit as well, but the editing sometimes comes with some errors, like this one. Can edit it this way in case I have some typos. So there is a possibility to edit typos, and this is called data cleaning, which is a very time-consuming process as well. So these are probably the main features that we use here for the code panel. Another thing, we can do visualization. If we go to files and we want to do exploration, we simply go to each transcript, and then we can create a word cloud through visualize. Here we can visualize through word cloud. Chart document coding by attribute value like gender, age, etc. Hierarchy chart for codes and coding. These are some visualizations that are active only when you finish the coding. Others that are before finishing the coding, like the word clouds, we can simply explore how many, like the most frequent words that have been repeated in this interview or the first transcript. So this can give us an idea about the direction of the interview, because sometimes the questions of the interview, especially if it is semi-structured, bias, so to speak, the results that you can elicit. That's why the questions of the interview should be in alignment with the research questions, the research objectives, etc. 185. There are some major differences. Plus, you can see here it's taking some time compared to Atlas TI or Max QDA to generate the let's say the required output. So here I can simply choose the 10 most frequent ones. So here the most frequent words that have been repeated are students, feedback, classroom, tutor, meaning the role of technology can play these, let's say, student-centered functions, so to speak. So anyways, this is in brief how we can do the coding and visualization. I can change the way this looks like, and I can export it as word cloud and as a PNG. So I can give it, let's say, word cloud 1, and I can export it and I can use it in the report. So this is the way we can generate word clouds as well. There are other functions that are active, especially you need to strategically plan your analysis, like to do file classifications by creating, let's say, different attributes or collection of attributes like descriptive information about data, like gender, age, etc. So here they explain it. The codes as well, we can create them from here. Can create a main code or subcode, a parent or a child code as we call it. We can undo coding. We can visualize the coding as well. We can classify the codes, etc. We can collapse the codes. So the codes will again group into categories, and the categories will be grouped into themes. And themes, of course, will be matched with quotes, which are chunks from the text. So this is the idea about qualitative data analysis and thematic analysis in short. And this is how the software can assist with the process by the means that it provides. And if you have questions or remarks, do not hesitate to post them below. See you soon. Bye for now.